For today's training session, we are going to look at how to create a Powtoon from a blank slate instead of using a template. Templates are nice tools to use when you're trying to quickly create a project, or if you find one that you really like and think you can't make anything better than that yourself. But the templates will sometimes rob you of freedom to create exactly what you want for a project, or adding a little bit more diversity into what you would like. So to create a blank Powtoon, you're going to see this plus sign right here, and once you click on it, it should turn solid blue and it will direct you to a new Powtoon. And first you will be presented the options for different looks for your Powtoon. For me personally, I like the real look of the Powtoons and the sleek modern designs that are available. And so these are different from using the real look, is just offering samples of things that you can use, but you don't have to use it like in a template. The pages come blank, so you get to build your slides as you want. So first off, up here you have your save and your preview. So if you want to preview your presentation as you go along and develop it, you can do that here. This is where you'll export to upload, download, or share your presentation to your computer or to a social media site or to YouTube. First, we want to title our Powtoon. Today we'll be creating All About Me Powtoons. And so simply just title the project All About Me. And then, as you can tell, once your Powtoon is saved, your updates, it will say saved. So the goal for today's training session is to really focus in on the basics of creating a Powtoon, and that is creating backgrounds and also inserting text. Over here is kind of the main hub of where you will find tools to help you create your Powtoon. There are different tabs, as you can see, with scenes, background, text, characters, props, shapes, sound, media, and specials. But today we're just going to stick with the two tabs of background and text. So there are lots of options for choosing different backgrounds for your Powtoon. One thing to be mindful when you are creating presentations, not to have your backgrounds be super busy if you are going to have a lot of text on that slide. So the first way you can choose to decorate your background of your slide is to upload something straight from your computer. So here is the upload background button you're going to click. A dialog box will be presented, and you can upload an image straight from your computer, or you can log on to your Facebook, Instagram, Dropbox, Google Drive, or Google Photos, and you can import photos directly from those sites. Since I am not currently logged into any of my social media sites on Powtoon, I will just upload an image straight from my computer for this project. So since this is an All About Me project, I'm going to upload a photo of myself doing something that I love, which is spending time on the parkway. I think it is so much fun. So we'll just pick this picture right here, select choose, and it'll take a few seconds to upload, and you'll see this photo appear in your My Media box right here, and then it'll go straight to your background. So that is one way to create a background for your slide. Next we'll go on creating more. So select the Add Slide or press the plus sign. Now your image will drop down and slide into or be a part of the next slide, but it is super simple to change the background of an image. And this way we will go to My Media, and this is where all the photos you've used for previous projects will appear. And you can also upload an image through the Add Media button. So click that plus sign and the same dialog box will appear for you to upload an image for your background. So we will go to the Upload Image button and back to My Photos, or we'll choose something from Downloads just because it doesn't always have to be a photo you've taken. You could have saved this from a website and saved it onto your computer, and it would fall under your Downloads box. So goals, this image is something that is fitting for me because I have a lot of goals for myself. So this will quickly upload and then move to being the background image for your new slide. And then you will see that Powtoon does a really good job of collecting all your medias that you use, and so they're easy and accessible to find again if you need that background image again. Now we have created a new slide, and again it carries on the same image from the previous slide, but it is no big deal to change that. So we're going to hit the exit button on the My Media tab and move on to the Flickr images. So Flickr is a free image site where people post their images that they allow others to use for free. There are some that you have to pay for, but all the ones on this site are free to use for your personal presentations. So one thing that I really like to do is travel. So we will look for a Flickr image that is all about traveling. And you can scroll through until you see one that you're happy with. And we will go with the airplane. And then for the next slide, we'll click Add Slide. And we'll exit out of these free images here. And next we will go to the free video backgrounds. Now the video backgrounds are really helpful tools to add a little bit more character to your presentation, but you must be mindful of when you use a video and if it is too busy for your presentation or how much information you have on that slide. And if you just hover over the video, you don't have to click. The video will automatically give you a sample of what it plays. And you can do that on all of them. So here it'll show. And some videos are much simpler than others. But for this project, you can choose anything you would like. But for me, I'm going to choose the elephant video. Now, it'll take a few seconds to upload, and once it is uploaded, you'll want to select Add to this slide. And since the video is longer than 10 seconds, it will push over into slide 5 for the last 4 seconds of the 14-second video. If you don't want the last half of it, you can delete or remove a slide by clicking the trash can in the bottom left-hand corner of the slide image. So we'll just delete that slide. It's no big deal if we don't have the 4 seconds. And for the next, we will add a slide, and you will notice that when you add a slide after creating a video, it will come up blank because videos do not carry over onto the next slide. Alright. And from here on out, these are all just different ideas for background images that you can use, or background colors, abstract concepts, outdoors. Since I live in the mountains, I'll choose a mountain range photo. And then we can add one more slide just using a different background color or texture. And there are lots of different textures available and options for you. And again, just like the videos, if you do hover over the options for background, they'll show you a title and a sample of the photo. So now that we have our background set, we're ready to explore the different options of adding text into our backgrounds. So first off, I would like to start from slide 1 in creating a title text, or just something that is big and bold and will get people's attention from the very beginning of my presentation. So you will see there's a lot of different options to be able to add text. These first 3 options are very simple. The add title, add subtitle, and body text. They use just traditional fonts and sizes for you to kind of create your own text boxes and overlays. But for today's purposes, I would like for us to explore the text overlays and elements. So as you can see, there are a ton of different options for your title page, and just whatever one you think will work best for you, or whichever one you like the most. So I kind of gravitate towards this one. I want to move it over here so it's not on my face or taking away from my image. And to change to highlight the text, you want to double click on that text box. I'm just going to name it Becca Hill, and then the simple small title, for the purpose of today, we can name it All About Me. So say we don't like, or you don't like, the outline of the box, the blue and green outline of the title box. You can select it. There we go. And change the color of it. So say you want it to be a little bit darker and change it to gray or black. And this is on a rainbow scale, so that's why the border is only changing hues of green instead of actually switching to gray. So if you go all the way white with it, it just switches. Or if you want to add a red tint to the project, you can. But I believe I like it with the lighter gray. There we go. And also, if you want to change the color of your text, you have these options over here. It can become pink. The gray blends in. I personally like the white. And you can also add all different colors off the rainbow and save them to my colors if you would like. So now that we have our title on our slide, we can move on to our next slide, which is goals. And so if we just want to go with the simple add body text, a simple text box will appear. And for the purpose of today, we will just type my goals are ... and we can move this text box around. You can change its size to make it a little bit smaller. And next we will add the actual goals. So in the titles, you're offered lots of different options here, but what will work best for us is the text elements to be able to list out our different goals. So choose whichever bulleted list you like better. I like the number list. So this will add straight to our slide, and I'm going to slide it underneath our goals. And just to edit that text, you're going to double click to add text. A goal of mine is to buy a puppy. And you see how you have this overlap that has appeared. So to make that go away, we'll drag it out a little bit further. For a second goal would be to get a job. And then so on and so forth, adding and listing your different goals. Now say you had one too many bullets that you did not need. You can right click and delete, and that will remove. You'll have to individually remove or delete the different elements of that text. And again, we have that overlapping, so we'll just pull this way out here so the list will keep going. And I have one extra one. You can also delete or highlight the whole box, right click and delete, and the whole thing will delete instead of doing it individually. For the next slide, we can add different infographics if you would like. Or there are also badges. So this one seems to fit our theme. We'll drag it up here. And place it right there. Say we do need it to be a little bit bigger. We can drag that image and then recenter around the text. As you can see, there are a lot of options when it comes to adding text to your slides. Today I've only shown you a brief overview of what you can do with the text and the overlays and how exciting you can make your presentation. By using these different elements to add a pizzazz and character to your presentation, it just adds that much more value to what you are presenting. This is all for today. Thank you for attending this training session.